Good evening, Islander fans, and welcome to Canadian Islander Fan. Looks like it's Islander night once again, and I'm all pumped up because for the second time in 3 games, we're on a 1-game winning streak, and I'm hoping about putting it to 2 games in a row. And what do I wake up to but Matthew Barzell going into COVID protocol? Man, if ever there was a season that I mean, just everything's going wrong. It's I guess if you're going to have that happen, you might as well have it all happen to you in 1 year and dump on you and hope that the hockey gods are good to you for the next few years after that, because the Islanders have been going through a brutal stretch here in this season, and they're doing the best they can, but it's getting pretty hard to manage for sure. So all you can do is smile and get a chance to look at prospects like we had this year. And don't get me wrong, I'm not giving up hope on this season yet. I'm still hoping we need to bear down and win this game tonight against the Detroit Red Wings. So overall, Detroit's looking a little better than us. They're 1 game over 500 right now, and currently we're 4 games under 500. And they're fifth in the Metro division, and we are currently last in the Metro. So right now we have our eyes on the Philadelphia Flyers, and more importantly, we have our eyes on getting back to 500. So we were at 1.5 games below 500. We're now at 4 games below 500, and tonight's win would be a great step in getting back to 500, being down just 3 games. So going into this game, there's not much of an advantage for Detroit in this game, even though they're ahead of us in the standings. They're basically scoring a half goal more a game than us, but they're also giving up half a goal a game more than us. So that should be interesting. Last time we played Detroit, they didn't have Tyler Bertuzzi. He's probably one of their biggest players on the team, so that'll make it a little tougher for us. Nedeljkovic is an awesome goaltender. Who knows? We might get Thomas Greiss. That's very possible. Power plays are roughly the same, 26th and 27th right now. So the Islanders' power play is slowly moving up the board up to 27th after being 32nd there for a while. And where one really big difference between these two teams is in the penalty kill. The Islanders have quietly moved up to the sixth best penalty kill in the entire NHL right now. So there's some positive news for us out of this whole disaster. So yeah, we want to keep our penalty killing down around that range and keep raising up that power play, and that's going to go a long way to help us out. So it's kind of looking like Bo's going to get back into the game tonight, as well as Matt Martin, I believe, is going to be entering into this game tonight. It'll be interesting to see who gets to start tonight, because if we're going the rotating version, that would be Varley tonight. But if Trotz is in a desperate situation and knows that he needs as many wins as he can get right now, then we'll probably see Sorokin tonight. It'll be interesting. So that one's on Barry's call. It's funny, I was watching the press conferences, and I know Barry's had it right up to here with Andrew Gross with his ridiculous, stupid questions. And Barry's been getting pretty snippy with him lately, and Cal Clutterbuck today was freaking hilarious. He asked him this stupid question about Thomas Greiss being in net tonight, and Cal answered him back going, "I have literally put not 1 second of thought into that, so I can't answer that question." I think the boys are finally had it up to here with Andrew's stupid question. So anyway, I'm a little bit bummed right now because I was so pumped up for the game tonight. I guess I'm still pumped up for it, but without Barzy, this is going to be a tall task for sure for us. So anyway, it's a big game for us. We need to win this, and even though they're in the other conference, we still have to pass Detroit because when wild card considerations come in. So this is a team we have to beat. Pretty much every team's above us. So pretty much every team is a team we have to beat. So cards are stacked against us tonight with Barzy being out, but it's time for some things to start going right for this club. So let's hope the trend of a lot of our players who are getting slumps like Parise and that, and Pajot, and even Wally for a while there, were slumping, and now they're coming out of it. And hopefully we get some other guys off the schneid like Bailey and Beauvillier, and all those guys got to get off it. So anyway, we'll see you in between the second and third period. Hopefully I've got something better to report than a 2-1 Detroit Red Wing lead. I'm so tired of opening up the second or first intermission with, and we're losing 2-1. All right. See you. After one period of play, the Wings and the Islanders are all tied up at zeros. Actually, I thought it was not a bad period for the Islanders. Normally, it wasn't the same kind of 0-0 games we've been playing before. It was more like we were playing Islander style of hockey to keep it at 0-0. However, it's a bit concerning that, you know, Detroit's given up 18 goals in the last 3 games. So for us to score none is a bit concerning, because we're so goal starved, and this should be a team that we're scoring against right now. Mind you, those 3 games are on the road and they've just returned home, but still. Or you could look at it in the sense that the Islanders are dictating their style of play, and that's why the game is 0-0. It's got nothing to do. The Islanders don't care that other teams have scored 6, 7, 8 goals against them in the last couple of games, and they're just going to play their style. And I actually thought they were playing their style fairly well. I do think that the Wings had the better chances in the period, but we had our chances as well that we could have scored on that we didn't. But it's not like the chances weren't there. It was nice to see Beauvillier make some nice defensive plays out there. I talked about how he was skating and just doing nothing before he got benched there. This at least in this period, he's skating with a purpose. So there's a big difference. And yeah, he did what he had to do out there. That will get him back in Barry Trotz's good books with play like that. Covering up for Josh Bailey, I might add on that play on another giveaway. And Josh has given us his full 3-4 giveaways in the first period like he normally does. And I don't know if this is going to help Bo out any at all playing with Bailey, but he has played with Bailey before with some success. So, yeah, I see a lot of effort out there from the guys tonight. So that's obviously my very first concern is always about the effort. So at least I'm seeing it with the Islanders. So I'm feeling good about the rest of the game once I see the effort being put in there. Obviously, Ilya was fantastic in the first period. I mean, the Wings only had 13 shots, but a lot of them were of high quality. But Ilya has a way of making a lot of high quality scoring chances look like easy saves, and they're actually not really that easy, but he just makes them look easy. So really good period by Ilya there. And I thought for the first time this year, the identity line looked like the identity line. They were finally firing. Matt still looks just a little bit behind, but that could also be from just not playing in the last 4 games. And but yeah, that's as close as the identities look to last year's identity line. So that was really nice to see. So I thought Pager had a really good period. Bellows another good period. A lot of guys had a lot of good periods out there. It was just a good period to play for us to go 0-0. And now we need to dictate the game the way we want to play it, and we're pretty much doing that. I thought it was a pretty lame penalty on Mayfield too, but oh well, what can you do? So, you know, the 6th power play or penalty kill in the league just got better, and now that we're 27th on the power play since we made them go for 1, who knows? Maybe we're 26 now. I don't know. I don't know how close we are to them. So, but who knows? It would be nice if we score a power play goal tonight and we kill all ours, and then we flip over to Detroit for the power play. And then that could be a lot of movement in about a week's time from 32nd to around 26. So anyway, overall, I thought we had a pretty good period. Not too concerned. We sure could use Barzy out there, but I still I still, we still have enough weapons to to win games with. We just need those different players to score that didn't score last game. And that's how we do it. And so Pager's been hot. So Bellows got one. We need to Palmieri and maybe, and hey, I do like Zach Bellows and Wallstrom together too. They I like that line. That was they look good that period. So I did think I thought Robin Salo had a couple of he was kind of into forced plays there where he kind of gave away the puck, but nothing really major. But I noticed he's not getting very much ice time too, and it's really really hard, especially when everybody else is out there flying and you're not getting much ice time. I've been in this situation, and then you get thrown on the ice and you just feel like you're just behind, like almost like a full second behind in the speed and the play when you're not playing. You need to sweat. You need to sweat to feel like you're in the game. And when you're getting the kind of ice time that Robin Salo's getting, you don't really sweat, and you don't. It takes a while to get going in the game, and sometimes you never do. So anyway, I'm hoping I got a few Islander goals to report on in between the second and third period. So we shall see you then. Let's go Islanders. After one period of play, Detroit Red Wings lead the New York Islanders 1-0. And it's we're back to the same old song and dance again. You know, I try to look for all the positives in this team that I can when I'm doing these podcasts and whatnot. But a team giving up 18 goals and 18 goals in 3 games, and then you play them and they're shutting you out for 2 periods, when that's more of our MO than anything, is not being able to score this year. And I don't see it as being the reason that we're losing this game 1-0, that Matt Barzell isn't in the lineup, or Pulock in the lineup. We were supposed to be a very deep team, and just by missing those 2 players alone should not be the reason why this team stopped scoring. And we need to score by committee, and we're just not scoring by committee. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, it seems, for us lately. But I think right now the 1-0 score is probably flattering the New York Islanders a little bit, if it wasn't for Ilya Sorokin. And even on the goal, man, did I ever feel bad for Ilya on that? He didn't even see the puck. And then when he saw it, he still got his blocker there, but it was just angled the wrong way and bounced back towards the net. And yeah, that was a tough one for Ilya. I don't blame Ilya on that one at all. Like I said, he actually, by seeing the puck at the last second to get his blocker on it, was amazing in itself. But just a bad break that it was angled that way. And yeah, I felt really bad for him because he had such a solid period for us. And if it wasn't for him, the situation right now would be a lot worse than it is. I mean, still a possibility to do something about this. Not our worst period of the year. I mean, we're on the road, we're in this game. As long as we come out with points in this game, then we're, I guess, playing the right way. I thought it was interesting when Barry called his timeout. You can see that Barry's trying everything he can to get these guys going, and just doesn't matter what he seems to do. I don't know. It seemed like all our scoring opportunities, a lot of them, at least in this period, were because of result of Robin Salo shooting the puck. So we had early scoring opportunity. Salo took a shot, it got blocked, it came right back to him. He didn't care. He took another shot, it got blocked. He didn't care. Came back to him again and took a third shot and got it on net. And we almost scored on the play. And then, of course, at the end of the period, with Salo hitting the crossbar as well there. So, yeah, a much better period for Robin Salo. A rough period for Andy Green. He could barely stand up on his feet and had a few giveaways. But one time, Adam Pulock came to the rescue for Andy on a really bad giveaway. and Adam was facing a 3-on-1, and Adam goes, oh, okay, well, I'll just stop you three guys. And now I think I will lead a 3-on-2 for the Islanders. Adam Pelech, you know what I do? If you ever want to sometime, just for a fun little game, it's hilarious. Whenever the puck is in the Islander end, just watch Adam Pelech and watch how badly he embarrasses the other players. He's always on the right side of things, always wins his battles or whatever. It's actually pretty comical to watch. I would hate to play against Adam Pelech. I would just absolutely hate to play against this guy. I mean, he's so good defensively. It's funny, and it actually makes me laugh during the game sometimes when I just sit there and watch Adam, and it just makes me chuckle just how good this guy is. And even though I don't think there'll be an Olympics this year for NHL players, I really think Team Canada missed the boat if they didn't have Adam Pelech on that team. And he's just that good. And yeah, he's just amazing. So obviously, Bo got the message from Trotz, having a much better game. However, boy, oh boy, when they talk about a stick being too tight, that one that Bo missed, that would be exactly what they're talking about. I'm telling you, that was a very difficult spot to score from, but I will tell you that Bo will hit that 9 out of 10 times. And that's what they call when they call squeezing the stick. And it's I watched on the replay, they had it from the corner, and I was just watching Bo's facial reaction as that puck went through, and I'm going, oh yeah, dude, I've been there, man. I've been there. I know what you're feeling. But anyway, there's a lot more purpose to Bo's game tonight. I liked Barry's timeout. Ilya has been fantastic. A lot of guys have played pretty good. Chair has been like a rock. But too many penalties right now that we've taken. And I guess we need a power play maybe to tie this thing. We just need to come out of this game with points somehow, some way. And when I say points, I'm just hoping for one right now, but it's time for us to come back, get a point, and get the extra if we end up going to overtime or a shootout. We're just due for that to happen. So it's not like the guys are playing awful, so I'm not giving up hope on them in the third here. We're only one goal down, so we'll give it the best. And but this is close to being like must wins right here. I can't remember last time we won 2 games in a row. It was probably either games 3 and 4 or games 4 and 5. I don't know, but that we won. So it would be nice to put 2 in a row together here. So I got my fingers crossed. We're definitely not out of this one. I'm hoping I'm coming back and I'm going to be ecstatic. I can feel it. I'm manifesting it in my head right now. When I come back, I'm going to be like a woo. Well, that remains to be seen. All right. See you after the game, guys. The New York Islanders fall 2-1 to the Detroit Red Wings. And yeah, folks, I think it's going to be a real long season. We're in for a tough one. This is it's just not good enough what I saw in the third period for a team that should be playing desperate. It's going to be a long season where we are what our record says we are right now. I know we can make a million excuses, but I'm not going to make any of them because just not seeing enough out there game in, game out and whatnot. And if we didn't have Ilya right now, it would be ridiculously bad how bad this team really is right now. And it's going to be a long season. That's it, bottom line. And I hope everybody enjoyed their 3 minutes of excitement tonight at the end of the game. That was kind of what the Islanders gave us tonight. I guess you could count the nothing first period as excitement. Yeah, if you want to, sure, because at least we weren't losing. But didn't take long for that change either, though. So yeah. Uh yeah, I guess it's might as well just start talking about the players and move on to the next game after this. So Zach Parise, I thought Zach had a pretty good game tonight. I thought that line of Parise, Wallstrom, and Bellows was the best part of our team tonight. They were fantastic out there. I guess before I start talking about the players, I guess I should point out that yes, after falling down 2-0 in the third, and I don't blame us for falling down 2-0 in the third. There was one, Pajot went a little too deep than he should have, but with saying that, the score was 1-0. I don't blame Chara for going down in the end and trying to create something. It eventually basically became Pajot's responsibility, and he was back there, but then he moved in. And when that puck got turfed up way up in the air, he was way out of position. But I don't blame Pajot for that either, because there we are, and we're down 1-0. We're trying to score, so you're not going to see me, especially, it wasn't late in the game, but there, we were about 7 minutes. When did they score? I can't remember, but yeah, so we were pressing. Is nobody's real fault. Guy made a great shot. Ilya sometimes will have that one, but that was a nice shot, so you can't complain there. So down 2-0, and then really not a whole lot happened until about 3 minutes left, when we finally decided to pull the goaltender. And beautiful tipping goal by Anders Lee, assisted by Dobson and Nelson on the play. So that happened with about a minute and a half left. So we still had, or 2 minutes left, and so we still had life, and pulled the 6-on-5 and went for it again. Put on some pressure. So yay, for 3 minutes, we actually looked good at 6-on-5. But yeah, if there was one thing that I really enjoyed about the 6-on-5, was watching Noah Dobson throw bombs. That was fantastic to see. A guy's a completely different player. So yeah, we make it 2-1, and then we make our push, and it actually comes down to the final second, when Pajot's got an opportunity to tie it, and he just shot the puck right into Nedeljkovic's glove, and of course, Nedeljkovic did the windmill, like, oh, look what I did. You didn't do anything. You just had your hand there, and he shot into your glove. Happens all the time. Yeah, so tough one for the Isles. Lose 2-1 to the Red Wings. So we'll go back to talking about the players again. All right, so we talked about Zach Parise. We did. Josh Bailey, I don't have anything good to say about him. When is it his turn to sit in the press box? That's what I want to know, Barry. When is it his turn? Are y'all just talk, Barry, or do people really? Is it by? Are you rewarded as an Islander for your work ethic, for what you do out there on the ice, or not? What is it? Or just does 13 years in the NHL just give you an entire complete pass? Or 12 years, or whatever it is. It seems like 100 that Bailey has been on the Islanders. Seems like he's been here since 1972. Yeah, so now there's that. Anyway, Cal Clutterbuck, another good game. The whole identity line was good. Matt Martin is still a step behind, and Casey and Clutter were real good, and Matt was better than he had been. So the identity line tonight looked a whole lot better than it had lately. So that was nice to see. I'll give Matt a bit of a break. He's been out for a few games, maybe a little bit of rust there, but he still looks really, really slow. He's just not getting his angles, get his hits in on the guys. He's coming in too late, and he can never lay the body enough because he's too late getting there. And if he hit the guy, then it'd be a penalty. So, yeah, but I thought the identity line actually played pretty well. So, Matty definitely losing a step, but he's had this nagging injury. We don't know what it is, but so I guess I'll give him a bit of a pass for now. Anthony Beauvillier, well, you can see what a night in the press box will do for you, eh? Completely different hockey player out there tonight. Didn't get the results for it tonight, but he was kind of doing a Parise out there tonight, where I kept talking about how Parise was doing everything right and he just wasn't getting rewarded for it. Well, I kind of saw that a little bit with Mr. Beauvillier tonight. So that was kind of nice to see. And once again, I temper what Bo and Nelson do out there with Bailey being on the line. I know he's just an anchor. He's just an anchor. He draws everybody down. So, yeah. So actually, yeah, pretty happy with Beauvillier then for sure. Kiefer Bellows, I thought had another nice game. As I said earlier, I thought that line was our best line on the ice. I saw a lot of effort, taking a lot of shots when he could, using that body and playing some good defense. So, yep, pretty happy once again out of Kiefer Bellows. I think he's playing really well. Good to see Kiefer. Kyle Palmieri, come on, man. Like, what are you? The Marvel's The Invisible Man? I don't even know if the Invisible Man was Marvel's, but anyway, what are you? The Invisible Man here? Like, seriously, give us something. Give us something. You're giving us nothing. Nothing. I mean, there's another candidate for the press box for you right there. Oliver Wahlstrom, same as Bellows. Wally was really getting a lot of shots off tonight, or at least a lot of shot attempts, and it was nice to see that whole line was that was our number one line tonight. Was Parise, Wahlstrom, and Bellows. They were our best line out there for sure, 100%. Anders, pretty unnoticeable, but you know what? Anders a lot of times is unnoticeable, but will score a goal for you. And bottom line is he scored a goal. So he did what he usually does. He produced, albeit late, but still it was a hell of a goal. Beautiful tip. So he did what he did. You don't notice him a whole lot. And there was a couple times he took the puck and was carrying it and was trying to make things happen. So pretty good game by Anders, I guess, even though kind of unnoticeable. I thought Brock Nelson showed more rust tonight than than last game. I thought he came out was actually pretty good, but I kind of saw a bit of rust on him, and that's not no big surprise that might happen. And like once again, I say with Bailey on there, it's hard to get things going. You gotta get things going. He's constantly. I hate to keep harping on Bailey, but he's constantly turning over the puck, and it is so hard as a line. Like, I know playing as a line, when you're as a line, you gear up to head up the ice together, and then all of a sudden Bailey turns it around, and whoop, you're turning around and back you go again, and you can never get into a groove when you got a guy doing stuff like that on your line. And yeah, so I'm going to call it a combination, a combo pack, Rust and Bailey. So we'll call it Rueli, I guess, something like that. I don't know. Pajot, I think we're starting to see the old Pajot start to come back. He's looking a little faster on the ice than he was. He's looking a little more confident. He's playing with a little bit of a swagger out there. So, yep. Yeah, Pager is returning for us. We need more people to return for us. And I thought Casey Cizikas tonight was real good on the identity line. he played with a lot of purpose tonight, and he was hustling all over the place. Typical Casey game that I thought was just absolutely fantastic. Salo, he guy shoots the puck. What more do I need to? What more do I need to say? And every time he shoots it, it seems like something big's happening, and we don't have a whole lot of those moments in a game when we have we're not always putting the pressure on these guys all the time. So it's nice to see a guy like Robin come in and constantly dump the puck at the net. And good things are happening. I mean, he had the one go off the crossbar, and there were scrambles on other ones. And yeah, so I liked what I saw out of Robin's game tonight. A little bit of a slow start in the first period. First period was probably his roughest, but I noticed as the game went on, he started getting more ice time because he was starting to play better. And yeah, so I liked what I saw out of Robin Salo tonight. And once again, like I said last game, I see no need to replace him with Aho. Next game, I think we need Mr. Salo in there again. Adam Pelech, what an absolute pleasure to watch this guy. Like I told you about my game, I sit there and say, oh, I think I'll ISO Adam for a while and watch him make Detroit Red Wings look stupid. He does it every time, and I just chuckle and laugh each time he does it, and I'm just going like, this is a show on its own. Like if this was a game, just watching Adam Pelech shut guys down, I mean, he would be the Wayne Gretzky of the sport. It's just hilarious to watch, and you realize just how smart Adam is too while you watch him play. He's really crafty, really sneaky. I love it. Andy Green probably had his worst game of the year tonight, I thought. More than one giveaway tonight. In the second period, he could barely stand on his skates. I don't know what the hell was going on there. And it's just really surprising to see that out of Andy, who's been so solid. But now that's kind of 2 games in a row where he hasn't been at his greatest here. So we'll give him a pass because other guys, at least he's been playing solid hockey this year. I can't say that about all the Islanders. So yeah, we give Andy a pass tonight. And Noah Dobson, wow. I mean, like I said last game, I'll give up any little defensive miscues this kid's going to make. But man, he is just all of a sudden, just like, it's like 5 games ago, a new player came to town, and it's this Noah Dobson, uber confident dude that, man, like when he's winding up for his slap shots now, he's winding up like he wants to unleash the beast, and you just never saw that before out of Dobby, and he's just, and now they're trying to set him up for it, and he's just throwing bombs, and a lot of those bombs were close to making something happen on the 6-on-5 and even on the power play that we had and whatnot. So wow, it's really fun watching Noah, watching him grow. It's been very enjoyable. Scotty Mayfield, he was pretty unnoticeable tonight, so that means Scotty had a fairly good game, had 1 penalty, but overall he had a pretty good game. So yeah, because he was unnoticeable, and when Scotty's unnoticeable, that means he's being a drummer. Right, Scott? Right, Ken Danico? Right, Lou? And once again, I thought Zdeno Chara was steady as a rock back there for us. So yeah, no problems with Zdeno. That pretty good game by him, very solid defensively. And Ilya Sorokin was fantastic. He really was. He held us in the game as long as, well, he kept us in it for 60 minutes because we were never out of it for 60 minutes. So if it hadn't been for Ilya, we'd have been out of that game a long time before that. I don't know what's coming in the future for us, folks. It's not looking good right now for the Isles. It could be a long season. The one thing that I got going, and don't get me wrong, I'm not giving up on this season. Like I said, I I stay in the playoff fight until we're mathematically eliminated. But if we're being a realist here, uh, odds are not looking in our favor right now. So, we could turn that around and all of a sudden become the Islanders of last year or better. Uh, Still could happen. It's a crazy season with the COVID going around and everything happening. So, we're not out of it yet, but the thing about it is, if we don't make the playoffs this year, we're it's so easy to turn it around for next year, and we'll be right back there battling for the cup again. And I have no doubt. So that's about all I got for you tonight. So New York Islanders lose another one to the Detroit Red Wings 2-1. So anyway, you guys take it easy out there and peace out.